Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of J&B Tuning. Well guys, in today's episode we are going to do the spark plug finally as part of the maintenance that we've been trying to do on the Acura MDX. And I got all the 6 spark plugs here with me, Honda spark plugs. And we will be installing this pretty soon. So anyways guys, stay tuned. Just want to run you down with the different tools and the parts that we're going to be needing in this situation here. Obviously, we got our 6 spark plugs, as I've shown you already. We do have a 3/8 and the smallest ratchet here with a 10 to be able to remove the coil packs. And this 3/8 would be used for our spark plug removal in the process. And so we have few extensions here, 2 small ones that we can combine if we need to, and a long one, and I'm going to explain to you why. And some wobble as well, just an option here. Given the tight space that we have there, basically guys, you need to have different sizes of this extension because it's just a combination of different extensions to be able to pull the spark plugs out, because you don't have enough room in there to truly work on. So, and at the same time here, I just want to make a non-conventional suggestion. Usually I would suggest highly to use the actual spark plug 5/8 with the rubber grommet in there that would really hold on to the spark plug tip in the process. But in this case, given the tight space that we have, I would suggest you work with the regular 5/8 socket here with no spark plug specific bushing in there that pulls it. Because you know why? Sometimes this could get stuck in there because of the rubber bushing when you're trying to get it out. And if you can't get it out, and at the same time the tight space that we have, it'll be hard to pull this out basically, because sometimes that's one of the issues with having the grommet in there, because this will get stuck inside and you'll need a long nose of some sort to pull it out. And if you don't have enough space here to pull it out, you're gonna be screwed. So anyways, just a good option to do so, to have the regular socket 5/8 socket as an option. When I drop it in, I don't use the actual 3/8 socket to do so. I have a magnet that I would be using to put the spark plug in, so I don't drop it and damage the spark plug. And also when the spark plug stuck in there, or I'm not able to pull it with the socket, then I can use the magnet as well to pull it out. So those are the combination of things. The mirror here is just for the rear, so that way I can see what's going on the rear before working on it, or trying to figure out where the bolts are or where the spark plugs are basically. So anyways, that's basically it. Very simple, and we'll get started. So a few things to make a note of. If you guys can see it, there's a plate here that I actually loosened up already, and I took the bolt out for the bottom. Right here there's a bolt in the bottom here, and also on the top. You have to undo this plate, metal plate here, so that way we have enough room to work on pulling these spark plugs. So basically here, let me just undo this one now, and oops, there you go guys, it fell. I'm just gonna pick that up. So just wanted to basically mention that what we need to do here would be to press the wiring for the coils. And so basically we'll undo the plugs and then undo all the 10mm bolts that's holding the coils. And first and foremost, we're going to work on this bank first, the 4, 5, 6 cylinders, and then we'll work off the back. It's basically the same as the way the procedure would be. It'll be tough to actually show you the back there because it's pretty tight, but anyways, it's the same thing. And whatever you do on this side, you basically do exactly the same thing on the other side. All right folks, it's time to get started. First and foremost is to press and hold those tabs. That's actually inside the rubber containment here. But I think what the easiest way to do this is that I'll try and remove the coil packs first, because then that gives us more room here. 1, 2, 3. drop the socket. The beauty of having a magnet, again, very handy. Sorry for blocking your view. So anyways guys, I don't know if you guys can see it, but basically pull the coil pack a little bit forward, so that way you can wrap your finger around the locking mechanism here and press the top portion where it says push to open. So basically here I'm gonna try and do it with my right hand because it's easier. You'll hear a click and you can get the first coil pack out. We're gonna keep the order of the coil packs in this regard, so that way we can put them in the proper position. See, there's another click. Once you hear the click, you just basically pull it out from there. So easy enough. Really, you just have to pull the coil pack out and then just press this top portion and you'll hear a click, and then basically pull it out. If you guys can see what I'm doing anyways. Here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, which is 4, 5, 6 cylinders. So anyways, we're gonna remove the spark plugs here now and then replace them with the new one. What I like to do is run a vacuum or blow some air in there, so that way we know for sure there's nothing, there's no grinds or anything that will be falling off there once we take off the spark plugs. So just spray the area there. Again, I've already pre-sprayed before I even remove any of this. I did spray. That's the other thing that I did, is to just spray the area so that way there's no dust or any dirt that's gonna fall off while we are working on there. So anyways, I'll do the same thing in the back as well. That's just a precaution there, so that way nothing will fall off the cylinders when we're working on the spark plugs. So as I mentioned, I'm gonna work on using a regular 5/8 in this process because I don't want that rubber grommet getting stuck in there when we're working on this. So first and foremost, I'm gonna start from the number 6 spark plug here and work my way down that way. So basically I got the wobble in there and the small extension, and now just gotta get this thing in, I guess. There we go guys, sorry for blocking your view again. So let me crack this. There you go. It's one. I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack every single one of them first to get going. That's 2. Let's crack it open. So we're done with the ratchet in the process. Just set this aside. We'll need the magnet. And then we'll start with the first one that we cracked. It's going to take some time here because it's a fairly lengthy thread to work with. Use our magnet. Gonna quite out. Like again, it's a fairly lengthy thread on this baby. So, and you know, for pulling the spark plug, it won't hurt to use the grommet one as well. It's just that I hate to get it stuck in there. And this way you can pull the whole spark plug out easily without the magnet. But putting it in, I like to use the magnet and the regular socket in the process because I don't want getting stuck there. Anyways, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty clean. Nothing super serious. I'm gonna again keep the orientation of each one of this. Let's work on the next one. Number 2. That's how it's looking like. This is our 4th cylinder. Here we go. Just want to compare how well this thing is burning. Yeah, number 4, slightly brown and dark compared to the other ones. All right, so now we'll get our new spark plug in and we'll put him in. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll use our magnet to get this in. We'll start with cylinder 4 first. Don't ever drop this in there. Make sure you put it in nicely all the way down. You don't want to damage the tip of the spark plug. So this is when we use the regular socket, because I don't want that socket to get stuck in there. So, and then again guys, do it by hand. You don't want to be using power tool in this regard. Okay, one down. We'll torque it later. Here's our magnet again. Use your finger as well in the process, so you can pull the magnet out, then aid it with your finger all the way down. Once you pull the magnet out, you don't want the tip of the spark plugs getting bent on the way down. Again, sorry for blocking your view. I have to use both hands because or else my hand would be pretty tired by the end here. That's cylinder number 5. On to number 6. Here we go. Alright. Cylinder 6 is done. Alright guys, time to torque here. The torque specs basically 13 to 18 foot-pound, but I have it set to 15 here just to play it safe. So on the first one here, you guys heard the click there. Second one. It's 2. We go. It's so faint. You just gotta really be careful here when you're doing it, because you don't want to damage the head, because it's an aluminum head and you don't want to be cranking pretty powerful there. So in terms of the coil packs now, I guess we just have to install it back in, put the wiring in as well. I don't know again if you guys can see what I'm doing here, but again, just press it in guys. As you guys can see you heard the click, and then the bolt. And to torque the bolt up is about 8.9 foot-pound, around there. So not quite 9, but you snug it in. That's basically all you need really in the process. So anyways, let me just put this in and then show you guys how it's torqued. Make sure it's sitting in nicely, guys. Just press it in. Then put the bolt one by one by hand. Again, no need for power tools in this regard. So I'm not gonna use my torque in this regard. I'll just basically snug it, because it's only about 8.9 foot-pound. Is not much. So I'm gonna snug each one of them nicely. I can pretty much feel how much 9 is basically. So that's it. Just double check to make sure they're in all the way. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to be working on the back now. Again, I don't think I'm going to show you that. I might do a time lapse and show you guys how I will struggle to get underneath there, or the back there. And that's pretty much it. So anyways, enjoy the time lapse and the music if you guys want. Or else, you know, we'll call it the day.